guys, we're back with another Rise of Liberty video, and as you know from my previous ones, I mostly focus on historical battles, but then we may move on to siege mode and the custom battle. So right here, we are going to do the Battle of Bunker Hill. Fought in Massachusetts. It was a British victory, but at a heavy cost. Okay, so we're actually gonna play the Americans this one, because I want to see what it was like. I want to see how many casualties we have inflicted. There were a lot of casualties, and basically, the more casualties there were, like if it was a British victory, but they had a lot of casualties, let's spawn in. So, Bunker Hill, let's just get our smoothbore musket and our bow and arrow. Actually, no, we'll just use our flintlock. So we're gonna start here. As you can see, we have a full kind of squad Americans. It says this is about like 14 minutes, and there is the hill. So I do want to get to our encampments before the main British force arrives. See, as you can see, we are scoring early. I'm just gonna pop a horse and go. So I am using a smoothbore musket. It wasn't that accurate, but hopefully, if a lot of British soldiers come, I can stop them. As you can see, there is a lot of fire. So let's just. Actually, wasn't calibrated. There we go. That's a nice hit. Fire! That just took out a whole squad of British units. As they move up on the coast, move up on the line. We just got him. I'm just checking my map. Okay, there are flanking maneuvers. So we will have to bring our eyes to that. Okay, I just took all this, and as many of you know, cannons do take a while to reload, but since they're firing smoothbore, it's not rifled, and they don't have that. I know they don't have the best accuracy. As many of you know, Bunker Hill was a turning point in the war for obvious reasons. Well, it showed Americans that they could be defeated, and it changed their strategy just a bit. As you can see here, we have. Oh, that's a. Why are there so many guys? No skeleton. Got him. Oh, there's a horse. Oh, cavalry unit, watch out. You see, the average a flanking maneuver is very important in many games. As you can see, in some of our in some of my other videos, such as on my Mountain Blade 2 video, I will continue that series, by the way, soon. I did have Overshot. I did use flanking maneuvers, and as well in my. I also used flanking maneuvers. Ooh, don't shoot me. Wait, why are there so many people here? Ah, there we go, yeah. So, we are doing well. Actually, this is very historically accurate. The British did capture the hill, but it wouldn't have taken this. It would have taken much longer, such as the Americans were fortified in their position. They're fortified. They probably had a lot more walls set up, and actually a few spiked palisades could be found. Were likely to be found on these battlefields. So, as you can see, we still have the American flag does have the stripes over there, 13 colonies, and it has the 13 stars. Will we take the hill back? And reload it. Okay. Yes. And as many of you will see, oh, there we go. You see in the Battle of Bunker Hill, the fort actually changed hands many times. It was basically it predated the Battle of Waterloo and many others, and it also defined some of the tactics of assaults. But one major thing that I hate here is, as you know, there were a lot of British casualties, and that was the one reason. And the major reason for that was of British generals. Complimenting George Washington, he knew that his soldiers were important, and they had higher morale because they were fighting for freedom. But that morale decreased later. And back to my point with the British. The British had the largest fighting force at the time. They had the largest fighting force at the time, and they could muster soldiers from all corners of the empire. As the saying goes, the sun never sets on the British Empire, which until after World War I, it did. It never set there because they had holdings in Africa, in Kenya, they had Hong Kong. There was also British ports in Canada. They had control of Canada. They had some holding. They had Jamaica as well. We are losing some troops. Okay, I'm really hoping about that. I'm sure about the motor. Okay, yeah, there I go. So now we are a very commonly used technique was actually a hand motor. It was very hard, and if you didn't even hold it properly, you would break your arm. Okay, the British have overran our camp. Just no scope that kid. So this will be a okay, yeah. The British did win, but it wasn't this quickly, and they had a lot more casualties. Yeah, so we're just gonna go until it says British victory. But as we all, yeah, this is sad. This was a major British victory, but this counter over here was greatly reduced. I don't know what happened. Okay, well, that's the game. As you know, the British won, so this will be our first defeat of, actually this will be our second defeat of the series. Thanks for tuning in, and hope you all have a great